Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob here. I tell you, I'm out walking in the park. It is just beautiful. As I look around, I'm seeing the leaves just starting to change. You can just see a little bit of tint here. The sun is already starting to go down. It's a little after 4 in the afternoon. But it's just beautiful here. The soft light is just filtering down here. You know, so many of you have been reaching out to me and asking me a lot of questions. And I thought we'd do something just a little different today because of the type of letters that I'm getting. There are a number of people who are writing to me and they're very afraid. And they're saying that they're hearing that there are rumors that World War III is about to begin with Russia. Well, I want to talk about that today. So why don't you just stroll along with me and let's talk about it. You know, when things get kind of strange and scary, I like to come back to what is important. And what is important is remembering who we are, that we are connected to the earth. We are not separate. Humans are meant to share in life on the planet, not dominate and destroy. But you see, there are people now, people with agendas, people that want to stop free speech, free thought, free ideas. This is creating a lot of sorrow in the world. You know, as I look out here, I like to come back to that balance. I have to be honest with all of you. You know, for a while now, I've been getting psychic messages that something big is about to go down. And now as I watch the newscasts, I'm believing it might be starting. Now, I'm not here to scare you guys or to bring terror, but I wouldn't be honest with you if I didn't say that I am concerned. So those of you who have fears of a war, I'll be honest, your fears are not necessarily ungrounded. They're not unreasonable. They're trying to say that Russia hacked our systems. But honestly, I don't believe that. They're trying to say that Russia wants to control the election. I don't believe that either. What we're seeing is a system where people in power are trying to manipulate the masses. They're trying to create a scenario to induce fear. I don't think that's good. You know, as I stand here, I look at the water flowing, and I'm reminded that like water moves on, it changes. Life will move on and change. But we have to be part of the process, part of something bigger than just our momentary cares. You know, some people will say, oh, you're just a hippie peacenik. That's okay. I don't care if they call me that. The truth is that we're at a crossroads right now. And I can tell you as a psychic that it's very serious. I've been getting reports from various people around the country that we're having massive troop movements. Oh, that's not being reported in the news. but I've got it from people on the ground, people in the know, people who are telling me I think it's true. Are you aware that President Putin has asked for all Russian civilians to return home to Russia? And they've begun having civilian defense drills. I even saw on television that members of Congress were asking for generals of the military if they could bomb positions in Syria with Russian troops. The Russian general was shocked. He was like, do you understand if we do that, that leads to World War III? So much of this is not being discussed. It's not being reported. And the fact is that we are at a tipping point. If you study history, back in the 1960s, there was the Cuban Missile Crisis. And America and Russia were literally a hair's breadth away from nuclear war. I'm sad to say that we're close to that again, I believe. So again, I'm not trying to scare you. This is where I believe that our spiritual life is so important. Because the fact is, at any one moment, life can be gone. But you see, I'm not a fatalist. I believe in free will. And I believe that if we as a people choose to raise our consciousness, if we choose the higher way, if we choose peace, we can shift the balance of power. We can bring back a more open society. We can bring back the rule of the people, not necessarily the rule of the power elite. This is why Spirit Channel exists. It exists so that we might think about the higher power. We might dare to believe that good can win. And so when we're confronted with a crisis, as we are now, with a potential nuclear war, yes, I did say nuclear, between the United States and Russia, this is now a time when we should enact our spiritual power. I invite all of you to pray, to ask for peace, to seek the guidance of the Spirit, invoke the angels. Let's say that we, the people, wish not to have war. I hate to say it, but in this war, Putin will not be the bad guy. Russia is not the bad guy. America, unfortunately, is provoking this conflict. All for the agenda of a few. So let us pray. Let us begin to believe that we can take back our power. We will not let them take our world from us. So you see, guys, I'm not coming here to try to stress you out today. But I have to be honest, things are serious. I would like to invite each of you watching to join with me in a prayer vigil. I'd like for the next 9 days for us to light a white candle. Wherever you are, get a white candle and light it each night and offer a prayer for peace. Call upon your higher power. Call upon your God and Goddess. Call upon your guides. If we as a group of individuals, if we here at Spirit Channel can unite together, we can bring power for the common good. And I think that's a fight worth fighting for. So as I said, I know this is not my usual type of video, and some of you are probably even feeling like, gee, Bob, this is kind of depressing. But it's only depressing if we let ourselves be defeated. You see, we can change the world. We can be a force for good. But it takes all of us working together. So anyways, I want you in the box below. Tell me if you've been hearing about this news, if you've been hearing about the troop movements, about the threats of nuclear war, about the aggression that is being waged towards the Russians. Let me know your thoughts. And also tell me if you'll join with me in our novena of prayer as we light our candle each day. Thank you for joining me for this special message. Thanks for being here. I love you guys. Psychic Bob is with you. I'm not predicting the end of the world. I'm not ready to go there yet. But I am telling you that it is a time of seriousness, and it's a time where we must unite together for the common good. And I do hope that you will join me in this effort. Blessed be.